This is a breaking 12 News update. We're expecting an announcement from Broome County officials about the coronavirus. We're told we'll be hearing from County Executive Jason Garner, Director of Public Health Rebecca Kaufman, and Director of Emergency Services Michael Ponicello. Let's take a listen.
All right, we'll get started.
Okay. Well, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for being here. Today, we would like to provide you with an update on our efforts to prevent the spread of COVID-19 here in Broome County. Today, I'm declaring a state of emergency in Broome County. To be clear, we do not have any confirmed cases of COVID-19, but we do believe it is not a matter of if, but when. The state of emergency will authorize emergency spending and free up additional resources to help prevent the spread of the virus in our community. I'm also not taking any chances when it comes to protecting our kids and our families. So starting Monday, March 16th, I am ordering the closure of all K through 12 schools in Broome County through Monday, April 13th. This includes all extracurricular activities. Buildings will remain open to staff. This decision was not taken lightly, but after careful consideration with our health department, emergency services staff, and school district officials, we collectively made this decision to reduce the spread of COVID-19. As a parent of 3 kids in school whose wife also works, I understand the strain that this will put on Broome County families. And I want you to know that school districts are identifying food plans, social supports, and instruction plans for students through the closing, including Easter break. Our priority is that kids continue to receive the meals and services they need. We're going to make sure that no child misses a meal during this closure. We are working around the clock with school district officials and will provide more details at a press conference tomorrow on Sunday. But we felt it was important to get this information to families as soon as possible so they could start making preparations. We are also working with state officials, local employers, and daycare agencies to address a variety of workforce issues this will cause. And at this point, I want to bring up Al Bike, District Superintendent and the Chief Executive Officer for Broome Tioga BOCES, who has been working with our team and a number of other school superintendents to prepare for this. Al?
Thank you, Jason. First, I want to start out by thanking the county executive and all of his staff for involving not only myself, but all of the school districts in these conversations and these decisions. I know that we are all sad that we have to go forward and make this decision, but I think it's an important one. So we're going to continue to work with our school districts. I have been meeting almost by the hour with our superintendents from all the 15 school districts within my BOCES, and that we expect to have firmer plans around the feeding of students and where those locations are going to be, and all of that will be ironed out by tomorrow, so we'll have some more announcements at that point. So I continue to applaud the work that's going on to try to protect this community, and that the schools are going to be part of that because we are part of this community, and I look forward to the day that this will be behind us and that we can start getting back to some level of normalcy. So thank you.
This time we will take a few limited questions, if you have any.
County Executive Kalinowski, 12 News. How difficult was this decision to make here today?
It was probably the most difficult decision I've ever had to make as county executive. You know, I have 3 kids in school, and they're just 3 of thousands of kids that go to school every day. You know, certainly the first thing that we think of, that a school provides education, but provides so much more, provides social supports, counseling, meals, you know, friendships, you know, friends are there, extracurricular activities, shutting down all the K through 12 schools was a very difficult decision. It involved a lot of discussion. I want people in Broome County to know that we did not do this all of a sudden. This was something that we have been talking about for a week or so or more, and we had a lot of discussions before ultimately arriving at this very difficult decision.
And so you mentioned, of course, it's not a question of if, it's a question of when. I guess, when talking to, emergency director Michael Ponticello and things of that nature, just, how many, is there any further update that you have in regards to, COVID-19 in Broome County or things of that nature?
Yeah, we don't have any more specific updates. Today, just to confirm, we don't have any confirmed cases of COVID-19 in our community, but like we said, it's just a matter of time before we start to see our first cases. And one of the reasons why we made this decision is that we wanted to do this early on. We didn't want to see widespread cases occur and then close the school districts. We really wanted to get out in front of this, so that's one of the reasons why we made this decision.
This was a proactive step.
Yes.
In that case. And tomorrow's press conference, what time is that?
It hasn't been determined yet.
Yeah.
Has it been decided yet? Perfect. And what more details are you planning to announce at that press conference?
We'll certainly be talking about, I think one of the things that we're really digging into is, a number of students receive both breakfast and lunch, throughout the school day. And we want to be able to continue that. And a big part of the conversations that the superintendents were having are, how are we going to be able to do that? I mean, you're talking about in a period of 48 hours, we're going to be doing a large food distribution operation across multiple sites in Broome County, across a number of school districts in Broome County, throughout all of Broome County. And that is a huge effort. It's a huge undertaking. And, but I know the superintendents are up to it. I know the staff's up to it. And one of the things that I said before I closed any of the schools, I said, at the very least, we need to see a food distribution plan. And we'll have one, and we'll be able to talk about that. We'll also talk about how schools will do their instruction, how they'll continue education, and provide some other supports as well.
How confident are you in this, plan moving forward that Broome County has, and maybe we'll release over the next coming days in, combating this COVID-19 crisis?
I'm absolutely confident. I mean, look, we've had our Emergency Operations Center open for 2 days now, and you just look around and you see, 30, 40, 50 people who are all professionals. I mean, this is what they've trained their lives for, to respond to emergency situations like this. Seeing the district superintendents who were working around the clock today to start to plan this out, and it's just amazing. It makes me feel so proud to live in a community where we have people that, emergency responders who are up to the task, who are working around the clock. Doesn't matter if it's Saturday, doesn't matter if it's 10 or 11 o'clock at night. They're working around the clock to protect us, and our school superintendents and staff are working around the clock. This is not this is unprecedented. We've never, to my knowledge, we've never had to close schools for this long. And but I want everybody to know that the people that are working to protect our kids are the most professional people that I know.
Earlier today, the Tioga County Health Department confirmed one case in their county. Did that have an influence in your decision to make this here today?
Partial influence. I mean, certainly, one of the things we do is we do communicate with other counties as to what we're doing. And, Tioga is a neighboring, county, and, Marty Sarbury is a good friend of mine, and, we certainly have been having discussions leading up to that.
Answers all my questions.
Obviously, COVID-19, very unknown situation moving forward. We don't really have a time frame on when this could be over. When that date in April comes up, is this a conversation we're going to be having again on whether to extend that, or is that a hard date when the schools are going to be back open?
That's a date where that specific date is a date where we will be constantly evaluating whether or not we're going to have to move that back. And part of what we're going to be doing is saying what does that have to look like for us to be able to feel that it's safe to return the kids back to their school, and that'll be something that we'll be talking about in the coming days and weeks.
Are school closures going to also apply to daycare centers as well?
No.
Okay, no.
No.
Anything else? Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody. Appreciate it.
He's the expert.
The food expert.
He's the food expert.
When does he call in?
Thank you. Appreciate it.
No, I don't think, I'm gonna grab my notebook and get out.
So you just heard there from Broome County Executive Jason Garner. Our reporter Cal Domowski was asking many of those important questions, but in case you're just tuning in, a little synopsis for you of what we just heard from the county executive. As of right now, as of this afternoon on Saturday, we have no confirmed cases here in Broome County. However, the county executive has decided to declare a state of emergency in Broome County. Moving forward, all schools in Broome County are going to be closed. As of right now, that's going to be until Monday, April 13th, so roughly a month from now. And something that the county executive is working on right now is food plans. Obviously, a lot of students in our county depend on food for, as he said, both breakfast and lunch. So something that the county executive's office is focusing on is making sure that there is food for the students in our community. And that school closing also concerns extracurricular activities. Those will no longer be happening until at least that date of April 13th. A couple more points to make there. There's going to be another press conference tomorrow. We don't yet have an exact time, but more information will follow tomorrow from the county executive's office. As always, we have updated information on our website. That's WBNG.com. If you click on our news tab, we have a special section dedicated to the coronavirus. That's where we're putting this and all of our information regarding schools, states of emergencies, anything else that you need to know amid this difficult time in our community. We will have this information and any other updated information coming up tonight on 12 News at 6, so you can tune in there. And thank you so much for joining us. Stay safe.